All right, so everybody, welcome back to Introduction to Web Development. This time, we're going to talk about databases. But before I begin, I'll just wait for a couple minutes because there is an activity that's kind of require more people to do. So we'll just wait for a couple minutes, and I will give you the link. And then you can go ahead and get started. Actually, you guys can go ahead get started now. I will go ahead and write the link in the chat, in the screen for you. All right. So what I want you to do is I want you to go to this link.
Was there homework last week?
No, the homework is, well, if you didn't know HTML, learn HTML. That's your homework.
And as you said, HTML is one of the simplest coding languages.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So what I want you to do is go to this link, bit.ly/game-survey3. All right. The reason it's called game survey 3 is literally because I want 1 and 2 are being used. So they're already a bit.ly link for that. And then that's why I went for game survey 3. So please go ahead and go to bit.ly/game survey 3. Let me know if you cannot open it for some reason. After you open it, you should see a really simple form, 3-question form you can fill out. Go ahead and fill that form out, and now I'm gonna talk about the responses. And if you can indeed see the form, can somebody just let me know? Can you see the form?
I can see the form.
All right, nice. Again, that is bit.ly/game-survey3. Oh shoot. Okay. Well, if you're in China, this link won't work. Unfortunately, because this is a Google survey. Is anybody here that is using somewhere from China? Neutral located in China? Can you in the chat? Anybody come from China here? All right. Well, if nobody come from China, then that's great because the link should be work for all of you.
It's a 404 error. So did I type it correctly? Oh, maybe is there a space between game?
You need like capital letters, like with game and survey.
Yeah, you need to capitalize G and S.
There we go.
There's no spaces. Yes, it is case sensitive.
I'm just wondering.
What?
Why do you want us to complete this game survey?
Because there's something I want to show. It's anonymous anyway. And then I just want to show you a sample of database. I don't even have name here. So I don't even know which one of you fill out the form. So there's no point. But the point is to actually see the responses and analyze with it. All right. 1 second. So that's the link. All right. So I hope all of you have the link. And then I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes to fill the survey out. And now you're going to go and take a look and analyze the data that you guys put in. Well, not really analyze the data, but just take a look at that and check it. So you guys have a couple minutes to do that.
Excuse me, Boyuan?
Yeah.
I tried to go to that link, but it says on my screen, something's wrong here.
You need to capitalize G and S.
I did though.
bit.ly/game surveys 3.
Yeah, I typed that.
All right, type that. What's the error you see?
Let me read it. It says this is a 404 error, which means you've clicked a bad link or entered an invalid URL. Maybe what you are looking for can be found at bit.ly.com. P.S. Bit.ly thinks links are case sensitive.
All right. Could you go ahead and type? Okay. Could you go ahead and yeah. Thank you for sharing the link. Thank you. Yeah, that's just a form. You can just click on them and take a look. And then I guess I'll just send that link in the chat. Here's the link in the chat. That should work.
Thank you.
Oh, no problem. Go ahead, fill the link out.
Oh, okay. I see it now. Thanks.
No problem.
Can you list multiple games when it says what's your favorite game?
No, well, just list one. That's your favorite game. Just one of them, preferably. We're gonna give you guys like 1 more minute to fill out the form. For those of you just joined, please click on the link or just type the link bit.ly/game survey 3. Be sure to capitalize G and S, and there is 3 question form that you can fill out. All right, so guys, then seeing here the entries are updated live, so you can see every time an entry come here. So I forget it. All right, so is everybody still fill out the survey? Is anybody still fill out the survey? All right. Is that everybody? I'm pretty sure it's everybody. All right. Okay, so let's go take a look at the data. Thank you for completing this. So let's take a look, analyze the data. So you can take a look, have like 4 columns. We have maybe it's not everybody, but it's okay. So you got the timestamp, what's your favorite game, what's your genre, and what's the platform you usually play it in. So you can take a look. We have timestamp are listed here. We have what's your favorite game. You can see some notable ones are like Among Us. These are pretty famous. Minecraft. Somebody don't like game, it's okay. We got Minecraft, Roblox here. I got the 2020 Halloween Google Doodle. All right. So you can see these are some games, and then genre. So you could technically select more than one, because I make a checkbox. Not sure, can you guys? I'm pretty sure you guys can select more than one. Yep, I select indeed more than one. I don't have platform to usually play it. Okay. All right. So does anybody know what platform that I'm using called? Does anybody know what's the platform that I'm using here is called? Like what I just presented here. What's this called? So what Google service it is? We have Google Docs, we have Google Drive, we have Google Calendar. What Google service it is? Because it's a Google service, since it's a service and using google.com. So what's Google services it is? So it's Google what? Have anybody used this before?
You mean Google Sheets?
Yes, it is Google.
Oh yeah, I used that before.
All right. It is Google Sheets. Does anybody know what this is called in Microsoft Offices or Offices?
Excel.
Microsoft
Excel.
Excel.
Yep, Excel. So, all right, so let's just take a look. So what do you think is the benefit for using Excel? What do you think is a benefit for using Excel? So let's take a look. All right, 1 second. Okay, so what do you think is the benefit?
Excuse me, I just did I say anything important?
No, not really. We'll just talk about what's the benefit of Excel. So what's the benefit of Excel? Can anybody tell me some of the benefit? Why we're using Excel?
You can make formulas and stuff like that.
Make formulas, okay.
Lots of formatting tools.
All right, formatting. Is there anything data specific you want to talk about? So
It's an
we're
app.
using what?
It's an app.
It's an app, okay, application. Anything else?
It's easy to use. Maybe, I don't know.
All right, easy to use. All right. Take a look in the chat. All right, organization. Organization. For managing data, nice. Convenient to use. All right, so you can see there's a lot of benefit for using Excel. Let me ask you this, why would you use Excel? So what circumstance would you using the Excel? We're using Google Sheets. So when would you use Excel or Google Sheet? What example that you might use? If you used it, why would you use it?
Maybe you would use it to make a graph.
Okay, graph, all right. So you can see, we also can use Excel to managing different data, right? So, and then as you can see in there, I manage the form data that gets submitted using a Google Sheet, which is basically Excel. And then you can see we have different columns nicely stored. All right, so that's the benefit of Excel. And then as we always do, what is okay, so what are some cons about Excel? We talk about pros about Excel. What about some cons about Excel?
So like maybe if you want to explain something, it's hard to like explain stuff because you only have like these boxes.
All right, hard to explain. So again, okay, that's a good response. So I want to focus on to more like data specific. So like what about your data that you're collected? Data. So hard to explain. Anybody else?
You can keep your data info and analyze your data in Google Sheets.
Okay, that's a pro, so that's a benefit. What about not a con? Okay, that's my weird phone noise again. What about cons of Excel?
A limited space.
Limited space.
Boyan, I
Yep.
just got kicked out again. My internet is really bad. So were you talking about like the pros of using Excel or Google Sheets?
Now we're talking about con. Yes, we just finished discuss about pros about Excel. Now we're talking about cons about Excel.
Okay, thanks.
No problem. Anybody think anything else? That's why we may not want to use Excel.
Maybe there's like too many options or like tools and it takes a long time to like learn all of them.
Okay, learning time. No, I would say Excel is pretty easy to use, but okay, that might be a con of Excel. All right, anything else? So I really like this limited space. That's a great point. We're gonna focus on that. And another I would suggest is security. security. Well, how secure it is, right? I mean, I don't want to store my information maybe in Excel. Maybe I don't want to store my Google account's information in Excel. I'd rather to maybe store in a little bit safer environment, whatever that safer environment is. So what we just discussed is essentially a database. It's a database. Database is basically where you store data. And that's Excel is one of the simplest databases you can imagine that you can use and that you can store data in. Okay. Let me take a look at the chat real quick. Yeah. All right, recording data, science graph, nice. All right. So now I want to talk about another database that is a little bit more secure and have a little bit more space. Now we imagine rather than Excel. So what I want to talk about now is what we call a Sqlite database. It's a Sqlite database.
Are we taking notes on this or doing something?
What?
Are we taking notes or doing something?
No, we're not. You're just listening. Listening is okay. That's not paying attention. That's so good. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So have anybody heard of SQL or SQL before?
Yes, it's a scripting language.
It's a what?
A coding language.
Yes, it is a language. I mean, it's kind of like a dot. It's obviously a language. Everything we're learning in this class mostly is a language. Coding language. But it's more database specific. All right. It's more database specific. So it's a database language. Okay. So what does SQL stands for? Does anybody know that? What does SQL stands for? SQL stands for Structured Query Language. That's what SQL stands for. Okay. So today I'm going to take a look at SQL. So we're not going to really talk about Python this class, but rather we're going to turn our attention around to SQL. So today's plan is basically we're going to talk about different queries that we can make using SQL. And then going to take a look of different queries, and then we're going to do a Kahoot. Similar to last week, I'm going to see how can I turn this off so you guys compete with the yesterday's class, see how well you guys did in relative to them. Hopefully you guys can beat them this time, maybe not, but that's our plan. All right, does anybody have any questions so far? Does anybody have any questions so far? All right. Well, if there's no question, now I will go ahead and proceed by explaining in detail of what is exactly a SQL or SQLite database. So SQL database have something like this. For example, this is okay, never mind. I cannot even draw a rectangle. So for example, I have a database. DB is shortened for database, short for database. So can anybody give me an idea for a database? So give me a name of a database. What jobs in databases? A lot of them, especially for computing jobs, it's basically, you can imagine wherever you are, like, so it's IT specialists or programmers that are using databases for communicating different data and stuff like that. But okay. So can anybody unmute yourself and let me know a database name that you would like to call our database? Okay, anybody tell me a database name?
Boyuan.
Okay. All right. Well, that's okay. It depends what you want to store. How about this? I'm just gonna suggest a database called, I don't know, users. Users. All right. And instead of databases can have many tables, many different tables. And one table that I might be imagine maybe we have is actually let's just name it as users info. So maybe here I actually have a table named user, and SQL table is built upon by columns and rows. All right. So usually the first column is always ID. It's a unique ID that can uniquely identify anything. A row in this, specifically a row in this stat, in this table. ID should be unique. It should never, there should be never the case where two rows have the same ID. So that's ID. We also have, well, users, what's ID. So what else information do you think we need to store for a user? Does anybody have any idea?
Their password.
Password, all right. Okay, what else? What
Maybe
else
the
do you-
user's input.
User symbol, I would say username, I would take that as one. Okay. And then maybe finally is the user's actual name, maybe. Maybe email. Email maybe is a little bit more realistic. Email. All right. This is our
User's
database. And here I
address.
have numerous different rows. For example, we've got ID1, ID2. Username is maybe lol. Password is, obviously this should be hashed password. Explain hashing later through this class. Email, maybe just say x and example.com. x@x.com. And then second, I may be say hi, and another sort of password, and then maybe in here I can say hi at example.com. All right, so you can see it's made up by different tables. So in a database, you can imagine we have got a database. Each database has different tables. In table, we have different columns and rows. Column and rows. All right, and column, we have different information. Okay, so let's go and create a new GitHub environment. I'm gonna go and get started by code. Yeah, I can type on this screen, but I mean, I just want to draw because that can make my life a little bit easier rather than just type it. All right, I'm gonna proceed by sharing my screen. To there. I'm going to get started by creating new GitHub environments. bit.ly/github1. All right, let's give it 1 second. Sorry, we're just gonna wait for it to load first. extremely slow today for some reason. I'm just going to pursue as a refresh. For those of you who already created a new GitHub environment, go ahead and create a new file. Call this as db.sqlite3. db.sqlite3. Extremely slow. I'm just gonna attempt to create. All right, there we go. We're not. We're still waiting.
I'm just still waiting too.
Yeah, it's extremely slow today.
Why out of all days?
Oh no. I don't know why it's so slow this time.
GitHub just likes us. Chose us.
I know.
Alright, I'm just gonna attempt to wait patiently. Otherwise, if it still doesn't work, we're just using Replit. Not ideal, but that's something. All right, you know what? I'm gonna use Replit today. I'm gonna figure out why this link. Maybe I need to create a new link for it. But I'm just gonna go to Replit. You guys can go there as well.
This is sort of like the commits. Like
What?
it'll take.
What happens if Replit is slow?
There's numerous different online services that we can use actually. If any of them doesn't work, we just like install a code editor.
You can use Visual Studio Code then.
Yeah, or anything else. All right, so we're just going to create a bash. So a bash terminal. Bash. All right, in responsible several businesses, a great name generated from a Replit. Go ahead and create a bash terminal, bash Replit in Replit, bash REPL in Replit.
I just heard a Discord sound.
All right. This is what you should see. So what you should see, all right? Okay. So what I want you to go ahead and do is on the right hand side, I want you to go ahead and type this. I want you to go ahead and type pip3 install Ipython. Not made by Apple, but Ipython.
Install what?
Pip install Ipython. And once you are ready, we can go ahead and
Wait, can you?
type
Should you
Ipython.
upgrade? Can you? Because it says you're using 2.0.1.1 and there's version 2.0.2.4.
What do we write with that?
Should you just write? Can you upgrade pip or what?
You don't need to upgrade pip.
Wait, what do we write again? Python pip.
Pip3 install Ipython.
Like
Pip,
this? Can I share my screen?
1 second. Pip3 install Ipython. What do you want to share, Cancer?
I'm just saying, should it look like this?
Well, you can just try to type Ipython, then you are in the terminal, and it should show something like mine, maybe. As long as it didn't give you error, then
It
you're
ends with like warning you are using PIP version 20.1.1.
yeah. Don't worry about that. Don't worry.
So
about
what do we do after that?
Type Ipython in the terminal, please. Go type Ipython. All right. After type this, you should be something like this. Should see something on the right. Maybe then you can type clear, and everything should look fine. All right. Does anybody have any questions so far?
Why does yours say into? Like I cleared, and then why does yours say in brackets?
Into okay. Who am I talking to? Andrew. Okay, please go share the screen.
Wait, no, but I already did the pip3 install.
Go ahead, share your screen, please.
Alright, host disabled participant.
Go ahead, share now.
Alright,
Type
I already.
Ipython then.
Oh, that's all you have to.
Yep. There you go. Now I can type clear. Does GitHub permanently not work? No, not really. I'm pretty sure it's just a link expired and to create a new link for you. Because the link, so it's basically for creating like the GitHub repo. So each environment must pair with the GitHub repo. But yeah, I mean, just find an empty repo.
For me.
GitHub work for you.
Uh-huh.
All right.
How do you get to that screen you were on earlier?
1 second. What screen?
The
Python. No, that's not the new link. Ipython's not the new link. Just a command. If it is getpy, go ahead using getpy. If you can't, don't worry about it then. Just using replit then. All right, everybody
I have a
should.
question.
Yeah.
So you remember last, the last class, last class on Sunday, we created this link of saying hello, something, and we put our names in it. Or if you still remember.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's Flask. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to know the code again because I like it.
Oh, okay. So I want to know the code. All right. Remind me after class, and I probably can write it pretty quick for you. Okay. Where you should be able to find in my in one of my tutorials. And share the GitHub link to you later.
Okay.
Just remind me. Thank you very much. Glad you like it. All right. Is everybody seeing something like this? All right. Gonna assume all of you see something like this. All right. Now what I want you to do is go ahead and click on Add File. I want to go ahead and create a file called db.sqlite3. db.sqlite3. All right. db.sqlite3.
Should the terminal say in 1 or in 2?
It's okay. Doesn't matter. That doesn't really matter.
I don't even have an in something. I just says that I just downloaded pip3 Ipython, and then the last thing it says is warning you are using blah blah blah.
Okay, go ahead and type Ipython in your terminal.
And then after that it should say in 1, and then just say clear, and then it says in 2.
I got it.
I have another question.
Yeah. Yeah.
Since I am in GitHub, and you guys are in this weblet, what should I do?
Okay. Is it Alan is speaking to?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, click on the link. I'm gonna share a link in the chat because I can assume you guys know it. But 1 second. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I forgot that we don't have a replit. I forgot we haven't talked about that. Publicly replit. Okay, that should be the link. Go ahead, click on that.
So I go to the same website as yours.
Okay, you see the same thing as mine. All right, if you indeed see the same thing as mine, then what I want you to do is this. All right, don't worry about what I'm typing right now.
Okay.
Okay. So what I want you to type then is pip3 install Ipython.
Okay.
Then go ahead, press enter.
Okay.
All right. You maybe take a little bit longer.
Yeah, it's still loading.
All right. Then what I want you to type is Ipython.
Wait. It's loading. Wait, let me.
All right.
Okay, Ipython.
Yep. And it should
And then
show
it has
something.
that, and then you can clear, and then it says in 1-2.
On my screen it's loading, so I don't know if it says the exact same as yours.
Go share your screen then, Alan.
Never mind. It's done.
All right. Good.
Were we supposed to type in like pip3.install Python, or is it pip3 space install Ipython?
Space. Pip3
Okay.
space. Yeah. As soon as you're seeing something like this, that means it works. All right. Okay. All right. So now what I want you to create is go and create a file called db.sqlite3. db.sqlite3. All right. db.sqlite3. Once you created that file, what we can do is this. 1 second. All right. So once we create that, now we'll go ahead and type this. So now we'll go ahead and type import SQLite3. 1 second. Go ahead and type import SQLite3.
Okay.
Once you type that, what I want you to type is con equal to SQLite3.connect db.sqlite3. All right. Establish a new connection. Then you can type c equals to con.cursor. Oops. Excuse me, it's not subtract. C equals to con.cursor. Con.
Wait, con?
Con, yep. CONN, short for connection.
It says it's a bash syntax error.
Shouldn't see that because you're not really in bash environment. But okay, let me go ahead and share your screen, Ethan.
So we have an unexpected token. Let me clear this. It's it said it had an unexpected token, so should I just write it again?
No, I'm still not be able to share see your screen. So 1 second. I'll let you know once I can see your screen and then can take a look.
Alright, let me just retry.
Because you shouldn't see a basher. Okay, there you go. You need to have Ipython first in your terminal.
Yeah, I did. It's like Python. I already did. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, now.
Also,
Import SQL.
it says concursor is not defined.
What do you say again?
All right, 1 second. 1 second. Here's what you need to do. Okay, here's what you need to do. Don't do number 4. So I guess we would just annotate out number 4. In case I confuse you. Okay, that's not what I intend to do. 1 second. Okay, that's not happening. 1 second. Okay, there you go. All right, so you should do something like this. Import Sqlite 3, con equals Sqlite 3 dot connect db dot Sqlite 3, c equals to con dot cursor.
The red square.
Yeah, that's because I made a mistake and I don't want you to confuse you. So just remove that. All right. All right, so that's what should you have.
Who's
right,
on Discord?
All right, is everybody ready?
Can you send the link, please?
I'm asking a question. Who's on Discord?
I think that might be teacher on Discord or Boyuan.
No, it's not. I'm not on Discord. Unless I'm on Discord and they don't know. No, I'm pretty sure I'm not. Either way, yeah, please turn on to like do not disturb or something. Okay, 1 second. What's Discord? Okay, 1 second. Well, you're actually going to get a chance to make Discord, so I guess I will tell you then. Because Discord clone is not something we did during the original web class. So jump straight to make a Discord clone. Let's see. Send a link. There is not a link that I can send you. I mean, I could send the Replit link to you. Whoops, that's not the link. Don't look at that. Oh, well, you're like, that's just so sad. Okay. That's okay. Yeah. Well, Discord just a way to chat. Okay. That's basically it. What is Discord?
Popular way to chat.
Popular. Yeah, it's pretty popular. Shut up, phone.
Who's on Discord or something?
That was not Discord at that time.
I know, I said
Things were Discord.
or something.
All right, is everyone finished with the code?
I already did finish the code.
All right, because I'm hoping you guys will say something after you finish, but it's okay. All right, so if everybody's finished, then let's go ahead and type clear. And you're gonna go ahead and remove the annotation. Okay. All right. Oh, God. Okay. Let's go ahead. Okay, we're going to have a break soon. So let's go ahead. I'm not sure what should we do, but okay. So now I will talk about one of the most basic, one of the most fundamental ideas of database. So we'll create a database. What do you think is the next thing we need to create within the database?
Data.
Nope. Not exactly. Not yet.
Information.
Nope. I talk about how database is made up in SQL database. What is inside of the SQL database? What makes up SQL database? Remember the diagram and draw? We need to go and create a table first. All right? Create a table. All right. Does anybody have a table that they want to create? So like certain information that we want to store.
Favorite games.
Freaking games, sure. So, all right. So in here then, I guess let's go and create a table then. So I create a table by typing this c.execute. C.execute is basically where you can execute your SQL code inside of here. So in here, then I can say this. I can say create table. That's the command that's going to use create table. Let's say the name, games. And what do you want to store the games? Well, we need to have an ID first for each individual game. That's going to be integer, primary key, auto increment. And then we're going to have maybe the name of the game. And the name of the game going to be a varchar 50. Let's just say 255. So varchar basically means a variable. So it's like it have various amount of characters in that. And that means that it can have maximum 255 character. And that's what varchar do. Varchar 100 means maximum 100 character. 255 is 255 character. And 255 character, does anybody know why we use 255?
Because it's just a common thing in coding.
It means 8 bits. 8 bits. So 2 to the 8th power should be 256. But since we have 0, so 0 is included, so it's 0 to 255, which is 8 bits.
Are we supposed to be typing this?
Yep. And what else do we need to store? Let's just store maybe players. Players is basically how many are playing this game. All right, players. This is gonna be an integer. Auto increment. Okay, so integer primary key auto increment. Primary key just means the ID. Means it's like the initial ID. That's for every table should have. Does not mean it must have it. It's a good practice to have it unless you have good reasons to not have it. Auto increment means something like this. I will go and draw a diagram again using my little trusty drawing pad. If I can find my drawing pencil, which I apparently can't. 1 second. All right, find it. Okay. So
Can you mute? Somebody mute the Discord?
Yeah, just put your status to do not disturb, please.
1 second. Okay. Well, apparently just mute everybody, so shouldn't we have any sound? If there's more Discord sound, it hasn't happened me because I'm not even on Discord. But okay. So let's talk about what auto increment means. For example, we have a table. That's something. That's for something. And it has some different columns. And of course, the first column is ID. So you might have something like this. We have ID is 1, ID is 2. But if we decide to delete maybe row number 2, delete this row. The third row, so the ID going to be automatically added, so you don't need to worry about it. But the count going to begin with 3, so it's not going to fall back to 2 despite where I deleted that. It's just going to keep going. All to increment, make sure that we're not using, the ID is not using any of the deleted key. It's going to cost a little bit larger memory, but sometimes we'd rather to use that. So that's basically what this auto increment is.
Do we press enter?
Yeah, let's go press enter to see what's gonna happen. By the way, I don't know why I mute myself, but so I just want to say I didn't plan off any of the code, so it's basically live coding. So if there's any error, please bear with me. And let's see, will we get a first error? We don't get any error. And in here, then finally gonna type con.commit. Con.commit. All right, con.commit. All right. Let's see. Alan, 1 second. I'm gonna find it for you right now. All right. So now you can see we got a lot of weird text, right? We got a lot of weird text in our database file. And that's okay, because database is not regularly decodable. They're not something that you can just decode regularly. That's how we can do with the Python script. So it's okay. All right. Let's see. All right. Does anybody have any question?
Error.
What?
I got an attribute error.
What's your attribute error? What's your attribute error, Kessler?
It says object has no attribute execute.
Okay, let's see. Could you guys share your screen?
Yep, that's it.
You spelled execute wrong.
I spelled execute wrong?
Yeah. E-X-E-C-U-T-E. All right. E-X-E-C-U-T-E. Your code still won't work. Your code still won't work because you need to change something. But where do you need to change that? I'm going to talk about that after the break as a cliffhanger. So for some sort.
Okay.
All right. I mean, that kind of sucks, but I'm going to proceed with our 10-minute break. Going to come back.
I still want my question answered.
Well, yeah, I'm going to answer your question after the break. But if the question is your Discord question, then maybe not guaranteed for answering. But either way, we're going to come back at 5:05 Pacific Standard Time PM. By the way, we are not using daylight saving time anymore, so be sure to change your clock if needed. And see you guys after the break. Ethan, are you using Discord?
No. Yes, I
No?
am. Yes, I am.
Okay.
Hello there.
All right, so that's the break that we got for today. Hopefully you guys have a great break. Now let's get back and then do some more programming. All right, just so curious, who do you think is gonna win this Kahoot this time? Gonna win Kahoot this time?
The other class.
Come on, Andrew, don't be so I don't know how to say that, but don't be so sad. Be a little bit more
Pessimistic.
yeah. Good usage of a vocabulary. Yeah. Optimistic. Yeah, that's what I want to say.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Why do you want to pretend you didn't hear that?
It's a meme.
Okay. Seems I'm already outdated. Okay. 1 second.
Because you still haven't answered my question.
All right. Yeah, that's true. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, go ahead, share your screen, actually. All right. So what I want you to do, so now I want to talk about, how do we actually create a table in SQL? Notice I use create table command that come with a table name. But then here's the interesting part. Within a parenthesis is the column name. Then it's the type. So we haven't talked about type really, but we did talk about type, but since Python is not really a type language, we can take a look that integer primary key auto increment, this is a type. Integer primary key specifically, auto increment is more like a modifier or attribute to that. Name, you cannot be set to among st who something.
Amongst host.
That's really weird. You had to change to a bar chart.
Among us, but the language, but the English dialect is slightly more advanced.
All right, sure, but you had to change to var char, and then everything else will work. So create a table. You need to know the column name and column type that you want to store. Okay. So go ahead to execute and change that to var char, and everything else should work. All right, let me take a look at the Kahoot we're gonna do today, and then. But the good thing is, I know what are some tricky questions, so I can help you guys with it.
Are you going to play?
No, because I know this Kahoot. I found this Kahoot, look through the answers, so I'm not gonna play.
Can I use this, or like, do we have to do something with the 5?
Varchar, you have to use varchar. It's named varchar because it's a type. Yeah.
155. Like this?
Let me see. Yep, go ahead, try that. You have a space between auto increment. There shouldn't be any spaces.
Okay.
So you can move, click. Oh my God, who's typing 30 messages?
What?
Never mind. Okay, it's okay. Okay, at cursor, type up arrow key on your keyboard. Press up arrow key.
Up.
There you go. Just now I can move using left arrow, move to I, then backspace. Okay, too much. Backspace, no. Right, yep, backspace. There you go. Press enter. You just press enter right here. Yep. All right, now I can type con.comment with parenthesis to finish it off.
Wait, con dot what?
Comment. Comment, C-O-M-M-I-T.
I have a syntax.
Commit.
Yeah, with parenthesis.
Oh.
No. With parenthesis at the end. One second, I'm gonna take a look. And you're missing an M with spell commit.
Good?
Yep. Press enter. You're
Okay.
All right. Yeah, Ethan. Who just said who has a syntax error? Ethan?
Yeah.
Is that you? Okay, go ahead, share your screen then.
I have a syntax error, and I'm gonna share my screen. Sorry. I haven't shared my screen yet.
See to execute. What? Okay, go ahead, press up arrow. All right, navigate to E. Right, move it right at E. Move your cursor. Yep.
Here?
Yep, backspace. There you go. Now try it again. Auto increment syntax error. The integer primary key out to increment. You spelled increment wrong. There shouldn't be a D after crem. There shouldn't be an A. Fix your spelling. And lowercase players. Make player lowercase. And the rest of it should good.
Lowercase players. This could be lowercase. And then auto increment doesn't have the A there. There.
Right. Then go ahead, type con.commit.
Commit. And then these two things.
1 second. Yeah, there you go. You're finished now.
Thank you.
Great. Great job.
Mine isn't creating a table. Can I also share my screen?
Yeah, go ahead.
I can't. I couldn't copy down the coding in time.
1 second. Okay.
Oh wait. Oh.
Complete input. Yeah, you didn't finish your input. Go ahead, press. Go ahead and type up. Okay, you leave your IPython environment. Don't leave your IPython environment because you have to do the setup again. So go ahead, type IPython in your terminal again. This is weird. I thought you installed it. Okay, that's really weird. Okay, go ahead, type pip3 install Ipython then. Type it again. And then after you type Ipython, all right, type Ipython. Okay, type exit. Actually, just type exit.
Do we have to do we have to do it again?
Type Control-C, 1 second.
Do we have to download IPython again?
If it's quit for some reason and it doesn't work. No. Don't type it, press Control-C on your keyboard. All right, now type Ipython. Control-C basically means quit. It's gonna quit like all of your program most likely for any command line usage. Okay, now you need to type import Sqlite 3, con equals Sqlite 3.connect db.Sqlite 3, c equals to con.cursor.
Can you repeat that? I don't think I.
Yeah, no problem. So import Sqlite 3. Yep, press enter. Sqlite 3.connect db.Sqlite 3. Parenthesis. Actually, no. Okay. I'm just gonna type it in the chat, but you cannot copy it. So just, or I mean, you could copy it actually. 1 second. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Ethan. Thank you very much, Ethan. Yeah, this is what you should have. Take a look at the chat.
For a moment, I thought you were talking to me. I'm like, what?
Yeah. All right. All right. Conduct cursor. Okay. Now you need to go to the con first. So okay. Okay, you didn't do the connect. You had to copy line 3. Or type line 3. And then just type the rest of it. Thank you very much, Ethan. And then, by the way, Ethan, just so you know that Saturday's class and Sundays are basically the same thing. So you just need to write one note. And that's enough. All right, so that should be it. All right, so did anyone else have any issue when creating a table?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, share your screen, Vera.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen. All right. Go ahead, type IPython. I don't think, did you install it? I don't think so.
It says
All right.
IPython command not found.
All right, let's see. Type this in the chat. No, I mean, not type this in the chat. I'm going to type this. I'm going to type this in the chat. All right, go ahead and copy and paste the code that's in the chat. All right. Then go ahead. You can follow Ethan's text, which should be right above mine.
Okay, so IPython, then import Sqlite 3 con equals Sqlite 3.connect.
C equals to conduct cursor. All right, you can go ahead and follow the rest. Thank you, Ethan, very much. Okay, back grammar. So thank you very much, Ethan. But you can finish typing that. All right, anybody else need any help with how to create a table? All right, well, I'm gonna just wait for Vera to finish and then I can proceed from that. Okay, I think, okay. Probably should make you guys to fill that survey because we're almost out of time. I only talk about one query. The rest of it should be actually simpler.
Con.commit, close parentheses.
And there you go. All right. Great
Thank
job. All right. All right, let me go share my screen. Thank you very much, Ethan. I appreciate that. Okay. Now what we're going to do is let's go ahead and talk. So today what we're going to focus on is the idea of Crud. Okay, never mind. 1 second. All right. So you're gonna focus on Crud. Anybody heard of Crud before?
No.
What?
Crud.
What?
So it means
Crud?
create,
Crud?
read, update, delete. That's the
I don't know
Crud.
what
And
that
this
is.
is
I don't
commonly
know
used in
what
web
that is.
application, designing a Crud application. Create,
I
read,
do
update,
not
delete.
know. I don't know what this is. I do not
Yeah.
know.
All right, now you know it. Crud. Create, read, update, delete. So now let's talk about how we create a row. So what are your famous game? Just yell it out. What's your favorite? Not famous game. What's your favorite game? Yell it
Roblox.
out.
Among
What
Us.
is Halloween Google Doodle?
Shell Shockers.
Halloween.
One Piece Bounty Rush.
Shell
All right,
Shockers
Among
is
Us.
okay,
Good.
but
One Piece
Among Us.
Bounty
We're gonna do
Rush.
Among Us. All right. I know
Among-
probably nobody actually
it
yelled
is
Among
not
Us, but we're
Among
gonna
Us.
say that.
It is amongst humps.
Whatever. All right. So now we're gonna talk about insert query.
You have no taste in the English dialect.
Sure. I'm bad English anyway. One Piece Bunny Rush. Okay. Okay. Well, can take a look. So insert into. So I just need to do this example. You can do it with me. Okay, you can do it with me. So then other two games you can insert on your own. So here you can write c.execute insert into games. So insert into is basically insert query, which means create. We want to create a new data. Now we're actually talking about data. And we're going to use insert query. So you're going to say insert into games. So in here, we're going to have, we're going to say name. Actually, no. We're going to actually say, so we need to know what's the column name. Yeah. So we need to know what's the column names, which is names, comma, players. These are the two column names we have. Values. So now we're changing to respective values. So name just going to be Among Us. How many players are playing this? I'm not sure, but maybe since it has to be integer, let's just say 60. So how many of you guys are playing Among Us? We're just going to take a small survey here.
Me.
Me.
Not me.
Wait, we have a smarter way. Just raise your hand in the chat. Just raise your hand in the chat if you play Among Us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to be civilized here, or else we just will look like idiots.
Okay.
Seriously.
3.
So
All right. 3 person play Among Us. Okay, we're gonna do 3 then. Press enter.
I also play Among Us.
Too late. All right. Now I can see success. Actually, that's a great. Who just said that? Who just said also
Me.
with me? Alan. Okay.
Yes.
Alan,
me.
we're gonna talk about how to update. But
Yes,
for now, I
me.
can see we created this row, and as always, once we make some change to the database, basically we deleted some stuff, updated some stuff, created some stuff. We always need to add contact comment to change to database. And now we successfully created our first game. All right. Okay. So we're gonna create. So players basically gonna be how. So you guys can like estimate like how many people are playing this game with like among us, pun not intended. So like how many people are playing the game Among Us. But then you can see, for example, we can say something like insert into games, and this time so you need to insert 2 more games, and I'm going to do Minecraft. All right. I'm going to do Minecraft. Similarly, if you are playing Minecraft, please raise your hand. If you play Minecraft, please raise your hand. On these Zooms, please, Ethan. All right, thank you. If you play Minecraft, please raise your hand. I need more Minecraft people out there. All right, count me as another one. So you're gonna get 4. So 4 people play Minecraft here. So you could say, okay, well, I guess 5. Insert into games, name players, values, Minecraft 5. Contact commit. All right. What's another game that you guys like to play?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
All right, 5 Nights at Freddy's.
One Piece Bounty Rush.
All right, how many people? Sorry about that, but I already typed that, so not gonna.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. How many people play
What?
5 Nights at Freddy? 1 second. How many people play 5 Nights at Freddy's? Please raise your hand.
Me, I play.
Let's just say 2. All right. So in here, you can just say insert conduct comments.
I have a thing. For some reason, it says for C.execute, name C is not defined.
Wait, so like I glitched out. I play Minecraft too.
Minecraft
Don't worry, we'll
isn't
talk about
such
Minecraft
thing.
in 1 second. But I have to update the roles. So now she has 3 games, and well, you can finish your game or help Kessler to solve his problem. Feel free to share your screen now, Kessler. Thank you very much.
This is it.
Okay, because you need to do all these setup again. So look up. So send by Ethan TA. There's the code that you need to type. Import Sqlite3. Con equals Sqlite3.connectdb.Sqlite3. C equals to con.cursor. And create table and varchar stuff.
Wait, import Sqlite 3. What's next?
Take a look in the chat. Take a look at the chat. Message, there is message in the chat saying like what code you need to type.
Import Sqlite.3.
You have to type the import Sqlite 3 every single time.
No, it's just if you exit out of this IPython environment, then you need to type it again.
Why did I type E.execute?
E.execute? Well, that's not gonna work unless you named it as E.
I know. That's why I'm trying to fix it.
All right.
But do you have to type all of them, or do you just have to type one?
What do you mean by all of them?
Like, there's a C.execute Minecraft, there's a C.execute like Among Us, like whatever it is.
You need to have 3 rows. So you need to type it insert 3 times. The first one to be Among Us, but the second 2 you can choose it for your own choice.
Can you mess with the numbers?
Sure, you could. Don't make it too big though. Too big, it's gonna be weird exponents. All right, okay. If you have players, and that's good, then you can just proceed. Then you can just proceed by insert the 3 games. I'm not sure you have the 3 games created. Okay, that's a lot of Discord now. Sound?
Pings.
Who is using Discord
Ethan.
besides me, because I already turned on Do Not Disturb.
All right. All right, Kessler, let's see. Okay. Spell games wrong, but yeah, you can do that rest on your own. Okay. So stop your sharing, so you can feel free to create. Be sure the first 2 need to be Among Us, but the second 2 can be whatever you want. All right.
I actually put Among Us second. Is that okay?
Yeah, as long as you have Among Us, it's okay.
It says table games has no column named names.
It's not names, it's name, not plural. Singular. All right. So hopefully everybody finished creating roles, and apparently this let me quit as well, which I have to do all of these setup stuff again. I hate you so much, Replit. So I prefer to use Github.
Truer words have never been spoken.
We're gonna take a look. Maybe because so many people are trying it at the same time. This is today just like a little weird. All right.
Why did you put pip3 install again?
Because it magically quit me for some reason.
Oh, yeah, it quit me too. What do you type again?
Should be sent in the code in the chat. Well, technically, what am I typing right now? All right, so don't have a lot of time left. I'm just gonna quote unquote rush through this. But before I begin, just a few questions. So just a few knowledge that you make just to enhance your knowledge about SQL. So first is that since this is not a professional SQL environment, you cannot run this. But to check all the tables created, you could technically type .tables to check all the tables created within database. Not going to work, but this is just something you will do if you are in a professional SQL environment. Another thing that you need to know is if you want to know like how the structure of this table, you can type .schema to take a look at the structure of the table. Another thing that you need to know or to enhance your knowledge is just 1 second is oh god, which I didn't cover yet. All right, yeah, okay. Another one is if you want to create a backup for a database. Backup basically means if the origin database lost or something, you might somebody did something wrong to it. You want to use .dump for backup. All right.
For some reason, I have a syntax error for when I was trying to do the second game.
What? Syntax error? Okay, go share your screen, Kaiser. Yes, Alan, as well. Kaiser, can I share your screen? Alan, yes, what's your question?
I forgot to lower my hand on the game.
Okay. Okay, let's see.
So it keeps saying there isn't.
You forgot to add a comma after the single quotation mark. You gotta have up arrow. Just press up arrow, Kaiser. Yeah, and then you can use your move.
So where's the comma?
Right there. Nope. Yep. Nope. Right there. Yeah.
Here.
Nope. Back. Yep. Right there. Yep. Here. Yeah. Just press comma. Comma. It's not a comma. It's a quotation mark. There you go. All right. Press enter one more time.
Dang, I spelled name. Wait.
Insert into games, not fames. I'm going to type conduct comment. Okay, I guess we don't have enough time to really talk about updates and delete. We'll talk about them maybe next in the beginning of the next week's class. I don't actually know how long this class is going to run, but I can take a look at the calendar. Should be at the end of November. So we're almost like, should be midweek now. Like not midweek, but mid-session. Okay. All right, so now we can type as this. So now let's go and take a look about how can we fetch the data. We'll read the data. So first we here just gonna say select star or asterisk from games. What do you guys think asterisk mean? What do you guys think asterisk mean?
Every column?
Yeah, exactly, every column. And then select star from games. And then at the end, we'll say dot fetch all. Means fetch everything. Press enter. Now you can see the data returned to us. So the return data format is always going to look like this. Data going to wrap into a list. And it's going to wrap into a parenthesis for each individual rows of data. Does anybody remember what this data type is called? Parenthesis in Python? So this square bracket is a list. Does anybody remember what this round parentheses is called? Which data byte it is? Does anybody remember? All right, it's called tuple. It's called tuple. Oh, 1 second. All right, it's called tuple. That's what it's called. The tuple, and then you can see in each of them is the data. So how many columns there are, how many data there is. So for example, for the first data, 1 is an ID, amount of the game, 3 is the player count. Okay, that's the format. Yes, that's the code. It's gonna select rows for you basically. All right. All right. Now let's go ahead and take a look. So in here you can imagine that we select basically every rows, right? What if we only want to select some specific rows? For example, we only want to see the data where maybe the game name is Among Us. So then what we can do is this. We'll go add what we call a where clause. Where clause, it's basically add a condition after it. So what kind of data do you want to select? So in here, I just want to select, well, the name gonna be Among Us. And now you can only see the Among Us data. Return. Right? Right? All right. Does anybody have any question?
No.
No?
Everybody's just sitting there waiting. Everybody's just sitting there waiting for the code.
It says that I have an error in my terminal.
All right, go ahead.
It says syntax error. Expression cannot contain assignment. Perhaps you mean key equals equal.
All right, 1 second. Vera, you can go share your screen first. Okay. All right. So you need to type C equals conduct cursor as parenthesis. Then you can type C to execute. All right.
Okay, so I type. Sorry, what do I type?
C equals to conduct cursor parenthesis. Right. Now you can write this execute.
C dot execute select dot fetch all.
All right, there you go. All
Okay.
right.
Excuse me, Boyuan. For some reason, it does not show me Five Nights at Freddy's among the video games.
That's because you didn't create that rows. Because you select everything, didn't create that row, so you can create that row using the insert query. Okay.
Okay, can you show me how to do that?
Okay, I can type it. So. Insert into users where.
Do we have an auto commit? Because we typed an awful lot of commits.
No, there's no one to auto commit it. Not at least I learned it. I don't know. Oh, did you figure it out?
Yeah, I was just looking at the previous ones.
Okay. All right. Yep, there you go. All right. So I can unshare your screen. Then since you got the most of the code, feel free to let me know if you have any other issues.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Caster, you can share your screen then.
Just
Okay. So remove the quotation mark. I'm not remove it, but notice that you have a quotation mark here. Right? So remove the quotation mark, add it to the end of the single quote. Nope. Yep. All right, and to the end of the as single quotation mark. Yep, right there. Add a double quotes. Double quotes. All right, go ahead, press. Okay. You forgot to say name, so it's where name equals to Among Us. Your cursor, where name. Don't forget a space, where name someone's. All right, there you go. All right. Great job. I'm going to share my screen one more time. Okay, so this is how we can just using where, but we can also make some complicated where query. For example, we can make a where query such like this. I don't have. What if I want to select where? What if I want to select to the? We want to select something like this. All right. So what if I want to select multiple queries at once? For example, I don't want to search for name equals Among Us this time. I want to search for which. Let's see. So whichever game's grading the players play this is greater than 2, but also greater than or equals 2, but also less than 5. All right. So for example, then in here I can just say player is greater than 2 and player is less than 5. Same can say greater than or equals 2. So then here is where we can use and basically combine two conditions together. One second, I think it's called players. And now I can see it got Among Us back because that's 3 rating. And find as Freddy, not 3 rating, but 2. So you can see this is how we can use multiple queries at once. Or we can also use war. Basically, you only need to satisfy one of the constraints. Basically, then in here, if I only want to check, I want to select the rows, which is either greater than or equals to 2 has player, or it's less than 5. You can see now I got basically every rows back because each data at least satisfy one of them. Because like Minecraft, when the players places is greater than 2. Same for Five Nights at Freddy, it's same for Among Us. So basically, after this condition, we can be able to get all the rows. All right. Do you guys have any questions at all?
Can you just put it on there for a little bit longer, please? I want to copy it all down.
1 second. Sorry about that. Yep.
Okay.
All right. So this is what we talk about SQL databases. SQL database, specifically create tables, create rows, and read. All right. Do you guys have any further questions?
No.
All right, thank you very much, Vera. All right. Then, if we don't have any question, we're gonna play around with Kahoots at the end. Let me check the chat. Did we already do the Kahoot? No, we didn't. Unless you're already in the on yesterday's class, which no, we didn't do the Kahoot. Well, I don't recommend you to go early. Unless you have other stuff unless you have to do, then you could, but then please stay in this class until 6. All right. So has everybody, Kazar is still typing?
No.
All right. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and do the Kahoot. And here is the Kahoot pin, 2877941. 2877941. We'll see who can win this time. This class or the previous class.
Everybody turn off your video for better quality.
Previous class is gonna crush us.
We will see. They didn't really do really hot on this one because like this is like really new stuff. So,
Oh, that makes me feel better.
but I mean,
That is good.
all right, gonna proceed with the 20-second countdown. Please join. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
3,
2,
2, 1.
Well, let's see
Go.
what's gonna happen this round, which we apparently don't even have half of it. This guy doesn't even have half of the player last round, but let's take a look. SQL basics. The SQL statement for retrieving rows of data is called find, create table, select, or grab.
Gets the question wrong 15 seconds later.
Dare forget this
And
question.
it's called basics.
It's
It is
basic.
basic. All right.
Dang it, dang it, dang it.
Wait, okay. Well, select is the most correct one because, like, I don't even know. Create
Most.
table is not creating.
What
retrieving
exactly-
rows.
I don't
Yeah.
get what exactly you mean by
I am in dead last.
Retrieving row just means get row.
I don't really get what you mean like the most correct. So if there's something more correct,
Not exactly. That's the only correct option, unless find and grab actually did something that I don't know, because I'm not sure find and grab did something where I did the valid query, but I'm basically just select it should be the correct one. All right. Let's take a look at our leaderboard. Wow, nice job. Perfect. Python and EX exponential equation, if I remember that correctly, or something else.
It's E of X.
E of X, yep. All right. Perfect Python E of X. Congratulations. Let's keep moving forward. All right. Each
Calculus
column in
and
table rows has a blank and a blank. A name and a type, a browser and a sister, a comment and an argument, a goal and a purpose.
I think I got it wrong.
L and a purpose. A goal.
I think I got it wrong, but I think I got it right at the correct time. I probably got it wrong.
All right.
Yay,
It is a name and a
Wait,
type.
do you know what's funny?
What?
I'm in 13th place, but I'm 13 points behind somebody.
Okay. All right.
Oh, then you're 13 points behind me.
All right. Let's see.
Oh, you're
Perfect Python
in the
in
lead. The
E to the
teacher's
X.
in the lead. The
Was-
teacher's in the lead.
Now it's
I thought you said
uh
it's not the teacher. Remember, the teacher said he wouldn't be participating.
Yeah, it's not me. Well, it's not me. Somebody else.
It's an imposter.
gasp.
Crewmate, there's one fake teacher among us.
Emergency meeting.
Oh my god. All right, the language of making queries to a database called Bash, Java, SQL, or XML.
What the heck is XML in the first place? What is XML?
It's a older version of HTML, as you can imagine, but not secure. Wait, okay. Why I'm answering this question? I shouldn't answer you this question. But yeah, okay. Either way, SQL or SQL is the most correct one. Bash is not correct. We're just using Bash environment to access Ipython. But still, everything we've done is SQL. All right? All right.
You know, it's always been like 20 people that get the question correct.
All right. Wow, perfect Python are raised up. Let's take a look. Data in database is stored in one or more blank. Tables, collections, matrices, or spreadsheets.
Oh, darn, I got it wrong.
Well, that is that.
Yeah, it's just that.
It's tables. All right. Run the diagram and you. So like each database has a table, then the table has a column and rows. Each column has different types and a name, stuff like that. All right, it's a table. All right, let's take a look.
Oh, go perfect
For a where
Python.
clause to express as at least one or two criteria must be satisfied, we use either, one of, or maybe. All right, indeed, it is war, as I showed you. All right, is this indeed war?
I'm 88 points behind Ipython.
I'm
Cool.
321 points behind Mantis.
Who's perfect Python?
I don't know, but we'll see it later. All right, to make a where clause to express that two criteria both must be satisfied, we use both, or maybe, or and.
You should do an HTML quiz later.
HTML?
Will.
That does not make sense, but okay. All
No.
right, indeed, it is and. It's not or,
I'm
it is and.
currently 159 points behind blank.
All right, well, perfect Python is on fire. Nice job. In SQL S3 to ask what table are available in the current database, we use dot tables. I told you about that.
Yeah. Got it right.
The 3 commands. These are the hardest question, actually. All right,
And I got it right.
nice. Each table of data consists of files and folder, collection of stuff, lines and sentences, rows and columns.
I probably got it wrong.
I probably got it wrong too. So you're not alone.
You're not alone, okay.
Oh, never mind.
All right, it is rows and columns. That's
Oh
what
wow,
you
that
wrote.
was simple. Oof.
Yep, it was simple. Nice job, perfect Python. Let's see, can you keep it up? Still, only one
No,
person's on
we
the
cannot.
scoreboard, so we technically still lose this word. I mean, it's
No,
not word.
Being carried.
Yeah, perfect Python carry our whole team. All right, a column that has the primary key modifier requires that all values are spelled correctly, colorful, unique, or meaningful.
I think I got it wrong. Darn! Colorful, guys. Colorful. It's colorful, I think.
Thank you very much, Ethan. Thank you.
Yeah, I tricked one person.
All right. Unique. I'm talking to TA just so you know. All right. Unique. That's yeah. All right. Looks like perfect Python's keeping up. To state a condition for the rows to be retrieved, we use a clause called with, when, where, that. All right, indeed, it says where. All right.
I'm currently in 10th place.
Congratulations, Python get 10 in a row. We just basically get where he or she get all the question correct.
Carried.
Yeah. In Sql 3, to ask the table was created, we will use command .schema.show .table.describe.
Wait, who is perfect Python?
We will ask them at the end.
Okay.
If
Thanks
he
for
or
the
she
carry.
wants to reveal his or her secret identity, it is .schema. All right, at top of that. Briefly. All perfect Python dropped. All right, Piga's now in lead. All right, let's see. In SQL, nice. All right, in Sqlite 3 to create a SQL backup, we use blank. All right, I know who is perfect Python now. Depends if she wants to let everybody know, but it's okay. How do we create a backup? .save, .dump, .backup, or .statement. Statement didn't even spell correctly. So that one.
At first I said .dump instead of .dump. I'm like, what?
Which still somebody choose .statements. It is .dump. That's how we create a backup.
You didn't even spell statements correctly.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't spell it. Somebody else spelled it. All right, last class, Boyuan. Perfect passes second place. Nice job. And our first is Piga, which is from second class. I mean, first class. Thank you for happy smiley face, and Bob, which is also from prior classes. Congratulations. Thank you for all playing this. We lose this dramatically as well. Not, but
I knew it.
Yeah, we knew it. All right. Well, no, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. We didn't know it, but it's okay. Thanks for playing this. Your homework, you will have a homework that will be released somewhere between Monday or Tuesday about SQL. Do some practice with SQL.
Do the not official TAs still have homework?
Yeah, unofficial TA. Okay. All right. If there's no further questions, thanks for attending, and see you guys next time.
Wait, what? We're not TAs anymore, so then we still have homework?
All right, Vera.
Wait,
yes.
no, I'm so sad.
I know.
Where do
Vera.
homework?
I'm so sad.
Homework will be released on the website, which I'm gonna send you guys the email as well.
Oh, come on. Can we I'm so sad about that.
Wait, but what is the website?
Oh, okay. It's this, just in case you guys don't know. It haven't been updated for a while, so my goal is to update them.
ccpythonglitch.me. Why did you know it's ccpythonglitch.me in the first place?
CC classroom Python class. That's.
Bye then.
All right. Thank you for coming. See you guys next week.
Did the non-official TAs have anything to do with this week?
Depends. If you guys want to create some problem for me, it's okay.
Okay.
Where I mean, here I create the note, so you guys don't need to worry about the notes. But I will let you know if I have something else for you guys to do as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Which email should I use? Like the .12 one or like the Yahoo one?
.boyuan12.me. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.